Whoa, Nelly, bring this bad boy right here. Mike here with Money, Marriage, and Media, and today we are looking at Security Boss Unsolicited. And she is on a panel, and you know what? This might be crew season, and she is part of the panel, okay? Because I see Lucky, I see Ricky Williams, Trill AC, and a couple other people. One thing we should take note of, we always take note of, who's married on the panel, right? We have Trill AC is married, Ricky Williams is married, and Queen Sheba, I think, is married, and Security Boss, of course, is married because she runs her channel with her husband. So we are looking for high-level conversations. Cruise season's in effect. Security Boss, let's go. 600 subscribers.
I'd be impressed by that $100 meal that I can get for myself. What value are you bringing to my life that I can't provide for myself? You know what I'm saying? Like, I get what Ricky was saying, like, oh, all your man's supposed to be is provide the basic necessities, but like, I'm an adult, I can provide those. What else are you doing here? You know what I mean? Because I do think that a lot of men, instead of being in competition, their egos can't handle it though. Instead of being in competition, they can honestly be an advocate for their woman and for what she has going on. Because there are, even as a boss woman, there are certain spaces where you just don't get the same response because you're not a man. Straight up. Sometimes it takes a man going to talk to another man about a particular business or about a particular situation. So if your woman happens to have a business that's doing, you know what I'm saying? Instead of being like, I need to be in competition with her, if her business is the one that's going, then go with it.
So, Kate,
There's a couple problems with that. That sounds good on paper, but well, Security Boss about this, but I want to come back to that because, well, you know what? Let me get my thoughts first. First off, this whole boss thing, I don't have a problem with it as long as you're willing to be the breadwinner, but yet still let the man be head of the household. Most women aren't willing to do that. And, you know, that's why those relationships don't work, because ultimately it's not even about the competition. Women make it a competition without making it a competition. Like, the threat is always there that you better get your stuff together. And why can't he level up? Because he's not supposed to. He's not. The guy's not supposed to level up. Not when you want him to. He's supposed to do that on his own. So this whole thing is, I'm gonna build him up. No, the only thing you're gonna get when you build him up is being single. Because most of the time that guy's going to leave you. Because now, I'm built up now. I can go get a better, more quality woman, or I can attract more women. So that's why you don't build men. Big mistake. The other thing is that women tend to put a lot of stock in a man's resources, and this can be a false narrative for men because, again, a lot of us growing up are listening to our moms tell us, or we're listening to women tell us that, well, we want a man with money. Women a lot of times tend to conflate having money as being a leader, and it doesn't work like that. It's to the point where we have drowned out the men. We have made it synonymous that, well, in order for him to be a great man, he's got to make a lot of money. This is how you end up with men who are rich, just going around and sleeping with whoever they want to, and not being monogamous, because they've been raised to say that, well, all I got to do is make money. Once I'm making money, all the women are going to want me. And that's a fallacy. What really needs to happen is we need men with more character, men with the dime, discipline, integrity, morals, and ethics. And yes, I keep saying that. Why? Because it's important. That's how you develop. Those develop into leadership skills. So you know, this whole thing. This is how you answer the question of, well, what happens when a woman makes more money than the man? Nothing, as long as that woman respects the man. Then most women, respect is required for a woman to fall in line with leadership, not money. But see, too many guys in our community, they lead with their wallets, and then the minute that they don't have it, you wonder why she left you, because that's what you lead with, and you don't have it anymore.
Kayla, I have 3 questions to ask. Would you say you're a disciplined person?
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Still have things to work on, but yes, overall, yes.
Would you say you're a
No.
logical person?
Majority of the time,
I can get
Do
with
you know
that.
how to fight?
yes.
Do you know how to use a handgun?
Yes.
She's
You
a
don't need a
man.
man.
No,
You
that's not
don't.
true.
Yeah.
I don't want to use the handgun, but I know how to use it.
No, I'm just saying, all those things are what you said about men contributing to what do I need a man for?
Let's
You
back
just
that up
named
because that was
I don't
powerful.
want to use the handgun, but I
Let,
know how.
let's back that up.
Yes.
Okay.
Instead of being like, I need to be in.
I want to take a look at all the married people and see what their faces are while she's doing this. Because I saw Trill, like, he had a chuckle moment. I want to see what the other married people on the panel look like.
Competition with her. If her business is the one that's going, then go with it.
So, Kayla, I have 3 questions to ask. Would you say you're a disciplined person?
Yes.
Okay.
Still have things to work on, but yes, overall, yes.
Would you say you're a logical person?
Majority of the time,
Do you know how to fight?
yes.
Do you know how to use a handgun?
Yes.
You don't need a man.
No,
You
that's
don't.
not true. I don't want to use the handgun, but I know how to use it.
No, I'm just saying,
Interesting.
all those things are what you said about men contributing to what do I need a man for? You just named everything a man could add to who you are as a person, because we add balance to men. With our emotional side, they come with the logic. We add the emotional. You said you didn't need that. You said that you were disciplined. Men
I
add
never said I
structure.
didn't need that. You
Well, you
asked
said
me
you
if I
have it.
had that.
Right.
Just because I have it, that doesn't. I don't need it. I'm very logical, but that's what I know now. That doesn't mean I can't know more. Your job is to know stuff that I
No,
don't.
I asked, were you a lot? I'm asking, are you a logical person? Would you say, I said, would you say that you're logical? You
Right.
said,
Yes,
yes.
I'm logical.
Yeah, but that's what men bring to us.
So women can't be logical.
Women are emotional. We do have logical thoughts,
So
but see,
we can only do
it balances itself out. So you have to allow a man to be a man. That's what Trill was saying about the leadership role. Those leadership, I just gave you masculine leadership qualities.
We
That's
all
what,
have X and Y chromosomes.
yeah,
They
but I
just
just
have
gave you,
more of one and we have more of the other, but we both have both of them. So I can be logical,
That's right.
and so can he, and he just is more logical than me. But
right.
a man that
I
doesn't
just
want
gave you,
a man
but
that
I
wants a
answered.
woman that doesn't have any logic at all, that sounds like a disaster. Like
No,
you
I
would
just
really,
gave you the masculine logical qualities that men have. That's what they bring to a relationship of amongst other things, but they also come with a plan. That's the discipline. That's the structure
That's
that
what they're
women don't
supposed
have.
to do.
Women typically are chaotic. They
What?
live in
Yes.
chaos. Their thoughts are chaotic. Their thoughts are emotional. Their thoughts are selfish. That's not discipline.
You can speak for you, but
I see it in you too. Everything you say is about you.
I think that's unfair,
yeah,
though. I
because I
think
can
that's
only
hold
speak
on.
for me.
No,
I
Kayla, wait.
never
I think
said
that's
women.
unfair to sit here
No,
and try to
I'm talking to you
diagnose.
though. I'm just talking to you as a person.
But I kind of feel like you're putting her down.
Sheba, I'm
Let me
talking to
finish.
Kayla. And you
And
want
I
to talk
get
to
that.
Kayla? Do you want to
I
talk to
get that.
Kayla or do you want to talk to me?
Hold on.
I think we're
Because
all
I'm only talking to
interjecting.
one person.
I
I
think
don't
we're
want
all
you. I don't want you to
interjecting.
interject. I
Let me
want to
say
get. I
something.
want
I
me
think
and
you
Kayla to
are
talk.
being negative towards her and her
Like I said,
persona
I'm
by
not talking to Queen
by
Sheba right
attempting
now.
to
Kayla, I
diagnose
am
her, and I
speaking to
think that's
you.
unfair.
I
I
don't know
think
what
that's
she's talking
unfair.
about. But
So
Kayla,
I'm
what I
talking about how you trying to
let
pick
me
her
just say,
apart.
no,
hold
I
on a
just
second,
asked
Queen.
her
Let me
a
just say
few
one.
questions because
Hold on
she
one
said, I
second,
don't know
Shayla.
what I need a man for. That was her last statement.
Hold on 1 second, please.
That was your last statement. You said, I don't know what I would need a
Let
man
me.
for. So go ahead.
First of all, none of that correlates. You ask simple yes or no questions about things that all adults should have and know how to do, in my opinion. All adults. So for the fact that you are trying to put women in a box
No, just you. I was
of
talking about
certain,
you.
no, no,
You
no.
said you don't need a
women.
man.
You don't
You
know me,
said,
so you can't make a judgment
your
because I
last
answered a yes or
statement.
no question.
Well, let me
So
make,
hold on,
let me let,
Oh, my head hurts. All this back and forth, and this is not going anywhere. My God, man, this is hard to watch, man. I like cruise season and all, but sometimes, man, these panels just get. It's just they just button heads. Like there's no point to this conversation. Like Kayla can sit there and talk all that stuff she want to. She not gonna change. That's why she is the way she is. You're wasting time trying to talk to her about relationships because she's not open to change. She hasn't made it to that point yet. She's probably still got too many options. That's a waste of breath. It's not going to do anything. She still wants everything her way. And, as long as hey, look, you know what? I'm sure that there's a type of man that she's looking for. She just hadn't found him yet. Whether or not that guy is out there looking for her, we don't know. But can't.
Let me let you know what I'm talking about.
Hold on 1 second. I'm almost done.
Sure.
But you're putting women, the fact that you want to use the yes or no question to put women into some kind of box that because of certain traits, that means that they don't need a man is very concerning because men are more than just those 3 questions that you ask.
Kayla, you yourself just said, I don't really.
Men are more than just can shoot a gun. If that's all you're looking for, and if that's all that constitutes a man, that's just not true. Because men
that's
more
what you
emotions
said.
than that. Men
You said I don't really see why I would need a man. You said I don't really see why I would need a man. Those were your words.
Who said that?
You don't remember saying that? That was you weren't talking about yourself. You was talking about somebody else.
No, quote me.
Just a little.
I'm sorry, you did say that, Kelly, because I was going to ask you. You said,
in what context did I say that?
No, when you were saying as far as him financially taking care of you, you said, if I could do this, what do I need you for? Because that's what
in terms of the basics. I genuinely believe that your job is to you are to elevate. You come into this situation to give. You're a giver. So you come to give whatever it is that you can give. And so for me, I feel like what you're supposed to be giving is you don't get a trophy for being able to give the basics, in my opinion.
I was basing my statement on the statement that you made only. You said that if you have enough money, he's not offering provision and protection. Well, you didn't say protection. You said provision. What do I need a man for? That's it. We don't need to make it bigger than it is. That was just it. So when I asked you the 4 questions, it was just pertaining to the other things that we should see as very valuable. See, that's the problem. We don't see the value in men.
In what?
The value in a man. You didn't see the fact women don't see how much a man balances us or gives us structures because we're not honest about who we are. See, we feel like being selfish is just our right because we're women. And I was just sharing with you that there are 4 things that you said for all 4 you had in place and you were good. So I just simply agreed with you that you probably didn't need a man.
Because I am a logical person that knows how to fight and shoot a gun. I don't need a man. That just doesn't make sense to me.
I just went on what you said.
What is going on here? What did we walk? What did we click on? They going back and forth. Why she don't need a man? Or yes, I do. But clearly she got caught up and forgot what she said because this is just all over the place. This clip is entirely too long for this subject matter. Like they're literally, it's just, you know what you got here? A single woman arguing with a married woman. And Queen Sheba trying to interject into it. And it was like it was supposed to be a Kayla and security boss conversation. And Queen Sheba was trying to interject. It looked like she was trying to save her from something. But I don't know, because I remember at the beginning, security boss said, hey, can I ask you 4 questions? And she asked her the 4 questions. I'm still trying to figure out why Queen Sheba had to come in and say anything. I think in this clip, this is a gotcha moment. I think that Kayla got caught up and she started the monologue. and she said something that she didn't necessarily agree with or believe in, and all of a sudden people call her out for it. Now she's trying to make excuses for it. Well, that being said, we're going to stop this. There's no need to keep this going. But I still stand by what I said, is that women who make a lot of money, we need to get more content out that talks about that, as far as what they can do. Because again, how the high level conversation comes in is that, what do you tell your daughters? If you got a daughter who is, let's say she's a biology major in college, right? She got a scholarship, all 4 years are paid for, and she's acing all her classes and says, Dad, I want to go to medical school. Well, I'm sorry, you can't go to medical school and be a doctor and be married and have kids. That's just not possible. What? Why is that not possible? Well, because you have to choose your career or a man. No, you don't. You want to know how you know what the problem is that as men, we keep teaching younger men that the only thing women respect is money. And that's just not the case. I know women will give you that impression, but remember, women tend to be fickle. And a lot of times women don't know what they want, right? So we have to pay attention. Again, discipline, integrity, morals, and ethics. The woman who makes $250,000 a year as a doctor or a lawyer, you know what she wants? A man with help discipline, integrity, morals, and ethics. If you've got more than her, she does respect you. And it doesn't matter how much money you make, for the most part. Now, you can't just be sitting at home. You still need a career, so full-time job, 40 to 50 hours a week, depending on the circumstances. But the other thing there that we never talk about is what those marriages look like after the wedding's over. You throw a couple kids in there, the husband in that situation might need to work less hours. He may need a part-time job because somebody's got to take care of home. Well, he a house husband. He's a beta. Y'all, we got to give up these YouTube talking points, man. This alpha beta thing. Pay attention to what's going on. How's he a beta if he's still the head of the household? What difference does it make? Does the marriage work? Stop being focused on how people labeling you outside that marriage and focus on making your marriage work. Does the woman respect the man? If she does, then what difference does it make? Because women tend not to divorce and leave men that they respect. So again, if you lead them with the dime, it's hard for women to turn that down. It's hard for women to walk away from that if they see that you have more self-discipline than them, if you have more integrity than them, if you have more morals in them, and if you have more ethics than they do, if you have a higher level of ethics than they do, they are going to have a hard time not respecting you. So look, I got to cut my phone off, but it's pointless at this point because we're going to end this video right here, man. That's too much nonsense going on. And who is this keep calling me or texting me or whatever? Look, we're going to end it here because I'm starting to ramble on. Guys, the high level conversation, it wasn't really on this. It wasn't really on this panel because they're looking for the gotcha moment. They're trying to get each other. The high level conversation comes in. Okay, what type of marriages? What can a woman who earns a lot of money? She's a high income earner. What kind of man can she look for towards marriage? There it is. The dime: discipline, integrity, morals, and ethics. I'm gonna say goes to the next time. Remember, the gender war is dumb.